Hey everybody, welcome back to Get Heated, out here in the grand Arizona desert. Today I'm bringing a video to you about replacing the clutch and the clutch hydraulics on an NV 4500 in my 96 Dodge Ram 3500. This was going to be in other things, but I figured maybe it might be helpful on its own. If it's not, oh well. But if somebody, even one person, finds it useful, there we go. Alright, let's get to it. Give me that socket right there, carefully. That's why I said carefully. Sorry. Yeah, the nozzle plugged up on this, so I just have to like pour it out.
That's cool.
So these are 19mm or 3/4. They're the same size. They're supposed to be torqued to 101 foot-pounds. And you're supposed to use Loctite 242. That's good stuff right here. I'm absolutely certain there's more on the ground than there is on the vehicle at this point. I should just make a puddle and just dip the bolts in it. Now we got our clutch. We're going to get the pressure plate.
These little ones, right?
Yep. Just need one for the moment. the aftermarket clutch supplier's torque spec calls for 24 foot-pounds. Alright, so this is going to be attempt number 2 of putting in the clutch master slave cylinder, because the first one, the line to the reservoir was too short. But I don't know if you can see on camera here, the style in these trucks basically just goes in and you turn it 90 degrees and it locks into position. I'm not a big fan of that, but I mean, this truck used it for 30 years, almost 30 years, and it didn't fall out or anything, so I guess it's good enough. The best way to do these things sorry, just give me 1 second here. Buy the whole kit as one setup. It's already been bench bled and filled. Which I've got mine here. And when they come, they don't come with that in there, so just click that in. Put this little isolator in there. Not that it does a heck of a lot, but... And then you'll notice this is kind of a square. And then the hole in there is also kind of a square. So, let's do that part. Let's see here. So I need to go in just like that. Oh look, same exact problem as before. What in the hell? Are you fucking kidding me? So I don't know if you heard that or not, but the original one they sent me, the hose to the reservoir was too short. The replacement they sent me, the hose to the reservoir was, guess what? Too short. So clearly the company called Southeast Clutch that's making these kits has the wrong specs. So the closest barb fitting I could find at my local Ace is kind of small. Oh wait, yeah, looks like it's gonna hold. Okay, that's good news. It slipped in really easy, but then it didn't want to come back out, so that's the important part. So I've got the reservoir and hose that I pulled off of this one. I took to Ace with me after I cleaned it up. Pulled the hose off the other one. Got a, I think it was a 1/4 inch barb fitting. Put the two hoses together. Look at that. One hose. One hose that is long enough. Alright. So you top that off with some more fluid and put it in. The reason I've kept it in the vise is so that no air would get into the system, because these things can be a pain in the butt to try to bleed. So there's still fluid in here up to about there in the hose, or sorry, up to about here in the hose in that barb fitting. So when I fill this up, the air should snake its way out. I'm not going to clamp it, it's just going to hang here. I'm just making the jaws smaller so it's less likely to run around. It says on the lid .3 brake fluid, so that's what we use. It's slow, but looks like bubbles are coming out. Alright, get that done, I'll get it put in. Sorry if this doesn't turn out very well. This is extremely cramped quarters down here. So one of my studs came out back when we were taking everything apart. And I checked it out, and it should be this one here that I, for whatever reason, my local Ace Hardware got rid of all of their automotive studs, whether it be SAE or metric, but they did have grade 5 thread all, which for this situation should be fine. I'm putting a little bit of red Loctite on this. Yes, it's a little long, but it does thread in. But again, I don't have any kind of tool to like crank it down, so put some red Loctite on there, so once it dries, it ain't going nowhere. And I got two new nuts that are locking flange nuts, which I believe are what's supposed to be on there. One other topic I want to cover real quick is this little white cover that comes on the slave cylinder. You leave that alone. It stays on there. Alright? You just put her in and bolt her down. And I need to get another box because I'm going to be laying in a nasty combination of brake fluid, power steering fluid, and diesel if I don't. I have a doctor's appointment in a few minutes, so I need to hurry this up. Now, since just about every single part of this truck has been off, apart, or replaced, or rebuilt, I am going to be rechecking bolt torques, just about everything, over and over to make sure we're all good. Oh, dirt in my eye. Oh no, that's supposed to be behind the fuel lines. Oh, that's great. Oh, let's see if I can get behind there. hold the chunk of... Alright. There we go. I don't even know if the camera's still pointing in the right direction because I can't see the screen. Okay. Nope, definitely not. Sorry, folks. Alright, so this little guy, it's got a little port right here. It's a bleeding port. That should be on the top side as well. You'll notice that doesn't go in all the way, and that's okay. That's because the clutch is in there pushing against it. That other nut's going to be real fun to get on there because I got to fight against the clutch. Oh my god, these wires are just driving me crazy. Yep. Oh, nothing's working like it should. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, I keep smacking the camera around. Alright, clutch fully installed. Well, clutch hydraulics. Clutch was already installed. Yay! You may applaud if you wish. So I was just editing the video on the clutch and realized I forgot a couple of key important informations. So, one is the end of the clutch master cylinder comes in. Hopefully you can see what I'm pointing at here. And it slips onto the end of the clutch pedal. That should be retained by a clip that's like over here on the brake pedal, but this truck didn't have one. All it did have is this C-clip, which is okay if it's spaced properly, but it wasn't. So anyway, I'm going to find some kind of a spacer to put in there, take up the gap. The other thing is clutch safety switch. Basically just tells the engine it's okay to start. You push in the clutch and you can fire it up. Basically prevents you from starting it with the truck in gear. I'm not sure what happened to mine. There was one on the old one I took out, but I'm not sure where it is. I would definitely look into that information. I had a 2000, I think it was, that did not have one. It had been disabled and jumpered. It is possible to do that. It's not recommended, but it can be done. But like I said, definitely look into the clutch safety switch and make sure that's hooked up the way it should be. I will find mine and sort that out when I can, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Well, that's it, everybody. If you have any questions about some of the other things that we didn't quite cover in here, check out my other videos. You might find the answers you need, or feel free to hit me up in the comment section down below. I always try to respond. I read every comment and I try to respond to everybody within 24 hours, but you will get a response. All right, until next time, I love you. Have a great day.